Hello again, this is Lazouche Custom here. Okay, this is the third part, or update part, of my ongoing Infinity IPSC pistol project, the Strayavoyt Infinity project. It's an unusual design, as you can see, because the front has been cut off at an angle. It's specifically to fit inside a certain sized box. It's something to do with the rules of target shooting in America in a certain level of IPSC competition shooting. So the pistol has to fit within that box. So, as I say, the front has been angled, there's a few other bits and bobs done, there's no rear sights, there's no foresight, the compensator is in there because the barrel's having to be shorter, and it gives better accuracy and so forth. Anyway, I think I've explained all this in the previous two videos. So, how far have I got? Well, in the last video the frame had already been assembled. I was just waiting on the slide and barrel and compensator and whatever to be assembled. They are now fully assembled. As you can see, barrel is now in two bits, and I'm just waiting now on the filler to go hard. This is made up of two layers of black plastic, super glued together and then super glued and glued and pinned to the top of the barrel. I think I did mention that in the previous video. I've had to sand down the top of the barrel so it's flush and flat, so that will seat flush and flat to it, because otherwise as the barrel goes backwards and forwards, if that's at an angle, because this is a ball barrel, i.e. it's cone shaped, if it's at an angle it won't look right and it will be like sitting down when it's level in the slide, if you know what I mean. It'll all come clear when the pistol's actually built or is fully assembled. Yeah, so I've done that. I've now drilled in 3 holes which go straight through into the barrel. I didn't actually drill them. How I did it is I used a Dremel and a cone shaped sanding piece, or bit, whatever you want to call it, stone bit, grinding bit, and just went down and ground them out. It works a hell of a lot easier, and it's a lot more well, it sands the holes out and they look more accurate and you can keep it in line better. So yeah, that's how I've done it. I was originally just going to have 2 holes. I've now gone for the 3 because there's enough room to do so, and they go straight through into the barrel. Hopefully you can, I don't know if it will show up, but they do go right the way through and into the inner barrel. So that was that. I've glued the front section to the rear chamber. So that's all okay. Using the, if this camera will focus, as you can see there was a mould line along the underside of the barrel. I've used that to line up with a mould line on the chamber, and again used that on the top to make sure that this is dead in line with the barrel and chamber, because if it's slightly out of alignment or is off to one side, whichever way, it won't slot into your slide cutout, which is there. In the other video I think I did show this, that I'd already cut this out. Well, I test fitted this without the filler, and yes, it all fitted, it all went in position, so it works. And now, as I say, I'm just waiting on the filler to go hard, and then that'll be sanded down and test fitted again, and it should work okay, hopefully. So yes, the filler, right, this is just my MMD Squadron filler stuff. Yeah, if I open up the tube you'll be able to see what it is. White putty. It's made by well, Squadron is the company that makes it. It's fast drying white putty, but it is fast drying as well. I've actually got a split in the tube but didn't realise it, and the damn stuff started to go off hard actually in the tube, so I'm having to use this up as much as I possibly can on projects at the moment. So I'm filling here, there and everywhere at the moment. But as you see, it takes a lot of filler to get that to get the forward cocking serrations filled, and the markings on the side, the MRP, OPS, tactical 45 markings or whatever. I was debating whether to leave the forward cocking serrations. I've now said no, sod it, they're going, it's just going to be a blank slide. I personally think it will look a lot more realistic, because as you can see the real steel is a blank slide. So that's why I've done it. Now then, I don't know if I said in the other video what I was going to do for sighting across the top. I've since come up with an idea, but whether it will work or not I don't know. I'm going to see how it goes initially without any sights on. How I'm going to sight it I don't know, but anyway, I'm going to see what it looks like without any sights and just as is. But in the future, what I'm going to do is right down the centre there, right running along the back edge, right the way through to the rear, to this rear section here, is going to be a trough sight, which I think I've only ever seen on maybe one or two other pistols, and the most famous of it is the Infinity Tiki, the small pistol, the small pocket pistol, that I believe they use in Heroes, I think, that TV program that was on ages ago, series. So I'm going to give that a go, and I know what you're thinking, well, that's not going to work because the compensator is going to be in the way. Well, what I'm going to do is on the back edge of the compensator is put a white line, literally a white line. So as you're looking down the length of the gun, you'll see the back edge of the compensator, and that white line, if that lines up with the target that you're firing at, then bingo, you should be able to hit it. So you shouldn't need a raised sight. It should just be okay to look at the back edge of that that compensator on there. Just my idea. I'll see how it goes first, and I'll see what it looks like before all that's done. If I like how it looks like as is, then it may stay that way, but otherwise that's how I'm thinking of sighting in this pistol in the future. As I say, not an awful lot has been done since the last time we spoke, but as I say, it's coming along in dribs and drabs. I have to wait 24 hours between coats of this filler to make sure it fully goes hard. Sometimes I even wait longer. Then I sand it down, and any cracks appear I have to refill. This is now about the third coat, I think, of filler on there. So yeah, it takes quite a bit of filler. Well, not an awful lot, but enough. You know, you have to make sure that it goes hard in between each coat, and then you have to sand it down and start again. So, because you're bound to get cracks and dips here and there. When you finally put what you think is your last coat of filler on there, the secret is to give it a single, just a brush over coat of black. Not undercoat, just black. Just go over it with black spray paint. Leave it for 24 hours, come back to it, and then you'll see that there are still dimples, marks, cracks and everything in it. If you want to get the slide to be perfectly black with no marks in it, no dimples, no cracks, then spray it black, see the marks, and then you have to go over it again. So just sand it down and start again, filling in those small cracks. It takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, but believe you me, when you see the pistol afterwards, when it's got a nice satin sheen or whatever on it, a lacquer coat or whatever over the black, it really will look nice, as can be seen on my video for my Ed Brown Jim Wilson special pistol. That's based on the MEU, again that's got forward cocking serrations. They're all filled using exactly the same method as this, and to be quite honest, the front of that slide is perfectly smooth. There is no cracks, no marks, there's no way you could tell that there was cocking serrations on there. So it does work, but you just got to spend a bit of time on it. Okay, so there you go. So that's the third part of my Infinity Strayavoy Infinity IPSC pistol project. It's an unusual project because of the design, the layout. It's a total, what should I say, prototype test bed project. Because if this works and works well, then hopefully I may do in the future. I don't know, but I have seen the Talon or T3 pistol, which has an identical or a very, very similar design of internal compensator, which slots into the front edge of the slide. If this works and works well, in the future I may be doing the Nighthawk T3 commander size pistol, but we'll see. That's a long way in the future yet. But if it works and it works well, then yeah, that will be a definite future project, because that pistol is a lovely looking pistol. If you get the chance, just go on Nighthawk's website or just do a Google search for Nighthawk T3 pistol. It'll give you an idea as to what that compensator design, that looks like. It's bloody gorgeous. But anyway, okay, so there we go. So that's the third part of my project complete. In the next part, hopefully this slide and everything will be spray painted and ready to go, and it's just literally hopefully mating a fully equipped slide with the frame and seeing how it sort of cycles and works okay. Okay, so that's Lazouche Custom Shop signing off, and well, hopefully it will go right. Wish me luck. Bye for now.